this is DM Sharma. I'm back with the second lesson of index number, the very first lesson of statistics subject of standard 12 Gujarat board. In my last video we have discussed about the meaning of index number, the characteristics of index number, how to calculate the general index number, and the characteristics of an ideal base year. In this video we proceed the chapter. And friends, if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it so that you can get the notifications of my next video. So without wasting the time, let's continue. Friends, our next topic of this lesson is methods of selection of base year. So friends, basically there are two methods of selection of base year. First is fixed base method and second is chain base method. What is the difference between both of these methods? We understand this. In fixed base method, the base year remains same every year. Means when you are going to solve the sum in the question, it will be clearly said that you have to take a particular year, suppose 2017 as a base year. So every year you have to take the same year as a base year. But in chain base method, the base year gets changed every year. In this method, the preceding year means the previous year is taken as base year. Suppose you are calculating for 2017, so the base year will be 2016. Suppose you are going to calculate about 2020, then its preceding year 2019 will be its base year. So in this method, the preceding year means the previous year is taken as the base year. I have given here the example also. Base year for 2016 is 2015. Base year for 2014 is 2015 is 2014. Now let's understand these all topics with the help of example or with the help of sums. So take out your notebooks and pen. We are going to solve exercise 1.1. So friends, you can see here in the first question of exercise 1.1, find the index number by fixed base method, by chain base method, and one more method is there, fixed base method by taking average of average daily wages of the years 2011 to 2013 as the wage for the base year. Here they have given us 2008 to 2015 different years and average daily wages in rupees from the year 2008 to 2015. So we have to calculate three sums. First of all, I am going to solve the first question, fixed base method. For this, first of all, I will write this data in the following table. So friends, as per this, we will prepare a table in which in the first column we will write the years, in the second column we will write the average daily wages, and this is our calculation portion where we will show the calculation. Fixed base index number, we will write the formula P1 upon P0 means price of current year divided by price of base year into 100. In the textbook you can see that in this sum for fixed base index number method, we have to take 2008 as base year. In the textbook it is clearly said that 2008 we have to take as a base year. So for every year we have to take 2008 as base year. So first of all I am going to calculate about 2008. So friends, here at 2008 for me the current year is also 2008, means my P1 is 275 and my base year, as it is said in the sum that we have to take 2008 as a base year, so its base year is also 2008, so its price is 275 multiplied by 100, we will get 100. Now for 2009, the current year is 2009 but the base year will be same 2008, means price of current year is 284 and the price of base year is still 275 multiplied by 100, we will get 103.27. For 2010, current year price is 289, but we have to take base year same 2008, and the base year price is 275 multiplied by 100, we will get 105.09. So friends, in the same way we will solve for all the years. Every year we will take 275 as a base year. In every year you can see that we have divided by 275 as it was the price of base year. So you can solve the sum of base year multiplied by 100. So for 2008, my current year is 2008. So my current year price is 275, but here I don't have the price of 2007. Its preceding year is what, 2007, but I don't have the value, I don't have the daily wage for 2007. So I will take as base year also 2008. So for the first year, 275 divided by 275 into 100, I will get 100. But from this year, for 2009, my current year is 2009, 284, but its preceding year price is 275 multiplied by 100. So I will get 103.27. For 2010, my current year's price is 289, and its preceding year price is what, 284 multiplied by 100. I will get 101.76. For 2011, the current year price is 293, and its preceding year price is 289 multiplied by 100. I will get 101.38. So in the same way, we can find the current the change based index number for the rest of the years. Every time, every year, you can see that the base year is taken its preceding year. Upon 275, we don't have the average daily wage. We don't have the average daily wage of 2007, so we had taken same. But from 2009, every year, the base year is, the price of base year is changed. Upon 289 upon 275, then 289 upon 284, 293 upon 289, 297 upon 293. In the same way, we can calculate the whole sum. Now friends, we are going to solve the third question of the first sum. You can see here in the third question, fixed base method by taking average of average daily wages of the years 2011 to 2013. Means for base year price or for base year daily wage, we have to take the average daily wage from the year 2011 to 2013. Means 2011 to 2013. So we have to take the average of these 3 years. Friends, you can see here I have taken here the average. For average, we will add all these 3 numbers, 293 plus 297 plus 313, and divided by 3, I will get 301. So this is my base year price. Every year I will divide all these numbers with 301. For 2008, my current year price is 275. My fixed base price is 301 multiplied by 100. I will get 91.36. For 2009, my current year price is 284. My fixed base price is 301 multiplied by 100. I will get 94.35. For 2010, my current year price is 289. My fixed base price is 301 multiplied by 100. I will get 96.01. So friends, in the same way, we can find the fixed base index number for rest of the years. every year you can see that the base year price is 301. As we have found the average of given 3 years, 293 plus 297 plus 313 divided by 3, 903 by 3, we got 301. This was our fixed base price, base year price. So every year we have taken in the denominator 301 and we got the index number. In the question number 3, you can see find the general index number for 3 items by fixed base method and chain base method. So here the data will be same. We will solve the same sum by 2 methods, fixed base and chain base, and we will find the general index number. For that we have to prepare the same table in the following manner. As given in the question, we will prepare 2011, 12, 13, 14 and 15, 5 columns and 5 rows, in which wheat, rice, sugar, and the 4th row will be for total and the 5th row will be for general index number. We had discussed the general index number. To find the general index number, we add all the index number and divide it by number of items. So first of all, we will find the index number for wheat, rice, sugar individually, then we will add them. So let's start. For the year 2011, for wheat, the current year price is 18, base year is price is also 18, into 100 we will get 100. Here 18.50 upon 18, same as this is the fixed base index number, every time in the denominator 18 will come, as 2011 is the base year. Here it is 102.78. Now for 2013, 18.90, same, fixed base price is same 18, and the answer will be 105. Here 19 upon 18 into 100, we will get 105.56, and 19.50 upon 18 into 100, we will get 108.33. So friends, you can see here that every year we have taken 18 in the denominator, as it was the price of base year. For rice and sugar also we will apply the same method. 30 upon 30, 36 upon 30, 38 upon 30, 38 upon 30 and 39 upon 30. Here for sugar 30 upon 30, 31 upon 30, 32 upon 30, 34 upon 30 and 36 upon 30. So you can see friends, I have found here all the fixed base index number for wheat, for rice and for sugar for every year. So I will make the total of index number 100 plus 100 plus 100, it will be 300, then 326.11, then 338.34, then 345.56 and 358.33. So here for general index number, total divided by 3, as we have the 3 items, so we will divide the total by 3, we will get 100. Here 326 upon 11 upon 3, I have divided here all the total index number by 3 and I got these general index number. So friends, we stop here today. We will discuss the general index number as per chain base in my next video. Till then, keep study, stay at home.